Morning. So today we will learn about tenses. So how are you feeling today? So if I ask you this question, you would probably say I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling sleepy. So this becomes your present continuous tense. How are you feeling at this moment, at the particular time, currently what you're doing? So if I ask you what how were you feeling yesterday? At this time, how were you feeling yesterday? So you would say, I was feeling happy, I was feeling sad, I was feeling tensed. So that is, you were feeling at that time, you were still feeling at that time. So it is again past continuous tense. If I ask you, how will you be feeling after this class? And I would definitely say, you will be feeling happy. So that is how would you be feeling at that moment. It is a continuous process. So today we are going to learn about continuous tenses, past, present, and future. So the main thing about continuous tenses is how you're feeling or what are you doing, what is your action at that moment. So it is not which is going, it is going on at that particular time. So it will have ing in the sentence and a helping verb, which will change according to the tenses. We'll see it in detail. Okay, so first coming to present tense. If you talk about yourself, the first person, you. So you would say, I am eating food in the present tense. If I ask you, what are you doing? So suppose you are eating food right now, you are having your breakfast. So I'm eating my breakfast. I am eating food. I am having coffee. So it will always have ing in it. You are doing at that particular moment. If I ask you, what were you doing yesterday at this time? So you would say, I was eating even at that time. So I was eating food. So it would be again was plus ing. So was we and ing, eating, playing, running, whatever you were doing, it will have an ing form. If I ask you, what will be doing tomorrow at this time? So you would say, I'll be eating food at 3 p.m. So or at whatever time you would be eating, you would say that. Okay. When I ask you about the same thing, okay. So you, if I ask you or I tell about you, so what are you doing? So I would say you are doing well. So I would use are. I would use are for you, and also we use are for plural. Okay, so this is little tricky in English, but we use are for you to say the second person directly when you're talking to the person directly. So if I'm speaking to you, I would say you are, not you is. I wouldn't say you is. When I'm speaking to you directly, I would say you are, or you in the past continuous tense. If I say, I would say you were there yesterday, or you were doing well yesterday. You're doing well now. You're doing well now. You were doing well yesterday. And if I ask you about the future, you'll say, I would say you will be doing well. So if you're not doing well, I would assure you by saying you will be doing well. Okay. When you come to third person, when I'm speaking about someone else to you, so I would say he is learning music. So what is he doing now? He is learning music. And if I ask what it was he doing yesterday, he was learning music. And in the future, he will be learning music. The same goes with she, or if I take anyone's name. So if I say Jack, or your mother, or your father, that is the third person. I'm talking about someone else. I'm talking to you about someone else. So he, she, it, Jack, father, mother, whatever it is, I would again say is. Jack is reading a book. Jack was reading a book, and Jack will be reading a book. So here you say again, it is an ing form, was an ing form, will be an ing form. That is reading, 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 or doing, 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 running, running, running. Whatever you say will have ing form and a helping verb. Coming to plural. Okay. So they, if you talk about plural, they. So it's a bunch of people, they, we don't know. Or if you talk about yourself also, along with some other people, we, you would always use are. Like you use for you, same would we use for someone in plural as a third person, or even as we talk about ourselves, they or we are playing basketball. We were playing basketball and we will be playing basketball. So you see over here, you also has the same form, and they and we also has the same form. The first person, if you talk about yourself, will only have am in the present continuous tense. But in future, it also becomes was, like the third person. In third person in present, you will use is. And in past continuous tense, you would use was. So here the helping words are something you should remember. For I, you will have am, and for am in I in past tense, you will have was. For you will have are and were, and same way you will have they, we also are. And for third person, you will have is and was. You will have was also for yourself. Okay, I was, he was, she was, they were. So if you talk about they and you, were. And if you talk about I, yourself, and third person, it will be was. There's no confusion in future tense. It will always be will be. So whether you speak about yourself, you speak about they, you speak about some other person, you speak about your mother, it will always be will be. So this is about continuous tenses. That is what you are doing in the moment, what you will be doing in the moment, or what you were doing in the moment. So now your homework is you will have to write 3 sentences, what you were doing before COVID, 3 things what you are doing now in the lockdown when your schools are closed, and 3 things you would like to do when the school starts. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much. Bye.